Hey guys, so different types of extraterrestrial. Whew. So it's getting hot here. It's not so hot up the mountain where I live, but you come down a little way, it gets a lot hotter. So you don't need like multiple sweatshirts on. So I guess we begin with the Yahyel. So the Yahyel are the extraterrestrial species I've been channeling for like 4 years on my YouTube channel. And so I believe they were the species I had contact with in 2009 and the species I had contact with again in 2018. Definitely the species I had contact with in 2018. So the Yahyel are a interdimensional hybrid species. They are the progeny, the prodigious progeny of what we may term the abduction program, or what the Shah terms the temporary detainee program. And so you may have heard in ufology about the abduction program. It's there's a lot of information about it on the internet. Millions and millions of people have been abducted, and many thousands of people's accounts have been documented. And so the hybridization program is what the abduction program is all about. It's about extracting DNA, eggs from humans, sperm, and creating a hybrid species. And so they take the humans on the ships at night, usually, and perform these experiments and appear to create as little harm to the humans as possible. However, the grey humans are known to be devoid of emotion. It was one of the reasons they mutated. So the story goes that the greys are a parallel reality version of Earth humans. And so in their parallel reality version of Earth, they were very technologically advanced. They were also becoming very telepathic. I'm not sure if it's from the future or from the present. I'm feeling into it's from the future. A future version, parallel version of Earth that went catastrophic. They became too obsessed with technology. They became highly telepathic, but they bred out emotion. And so their worlds started to go to pot due to their disconnection from source and their emotion and their love. And they went underground and their eyes became big like this. They mutated, and at some point they were no longer able to reproduce due to the mutations, due to the disruptions on Earth, the natural catastrophes that occurred due to them having no emotion and no love. And so they started searching for answers, and they tunneled through to our reality, to our dimension of consciousness. And with their high technological and their interdimensional ships that are able to teleport through interdimensional realities. And they tunneled through to the human timeline, our timeline. They are humans as well, but our human timeline, and found us and noticed how we're kind of the opposite. We weren't that technologically advanced. We were very emotional beings, which was something they were looking for. We were fairly healthy. We were fairly telepathic in our makeup, so that we could breed with them well. However, it wasn't that activated in us. And so they chose us as one of their hybridization programs to produce hybrid species to prolong their species and prolong their progeny and their civilization. But no civilization wants to die. It is the natural impetus of life, even when it has severely lost its connection to love and co-creation and the impetus to create, to survive. And so they began this hybridization program where they would take humans aboard the ships at night and begin to introduce the humans to metaphysical principles more akin to their understanding of reality, begin to introduce humans to the story of how their reality died, how their reality was destroyed by their lack of love. And interestingly, I see here like some litter, some garbage and old shirts like strewn across the river. Part of what we're doing here today is check out the video coming up on my YouTube channel, or in the past whenever you see this, of creating an interdimensional crystal vortex portal. And so part of this has been cleaning up the litter, and so I see this as part of the transformation into this new Earth and part of learning the lessons of what the Greys have shared with us. And so the Zeta Greys, or the Marseille as they prefer to be known as I understand it, are creating this hybrid species, have created, it's been going on for some, I don't know, since Betty and Barney Hill. One of the first recorded cases was Betty and Barney Hill, where they report they were quite famous because it was a black guy and a white woman, and it was controversial enough that they were coming out of the woodwork to admit that they were a black guy and a white woman dating in 1950s USA, let alone say that they've been abducted by aliens. So this must have been a big reality check for a lot of people back then. And so so this was one of the first cases, and one of the few cases where they were actually like hustled physically into the car, like the Greys grabbed hold of them and like took them aboard the ship. Like Betty and Barney were driving down the road, and their car suddenly cut out, and all of a sudden these lights in the sky, lots of like strange energy, I should imagine, and mist and light. And the next thing I know, there's all these grey beings stood there, and they didn't remember it at first, but they started to remember it in hypnotherapy, in hypnosis, I believe. And get memories started coming back to them after the experience, which is very common to the ET contact experience. And so the ETs actually grabbed them, and they were a lot stronger than us, the Greys, a lot stronger, by the way, these wiry beings. And so they hustled them into the ship, and I think they made them have sex with grey beings. So this is kind of how it started. As it progressed, it came to the point where they found it was easier to extract semen and eggs, I believe, and do it all in test tubes. But I believe with some people, they who are more open to reproducing, excuse me, they actually had physical sex, and with these grey extraterrestrial beings. And so this program has gone on for many years. I believe it is now kind of coming to the end, and the phase it's coming into now is more integrating the parents with their progeny, with their hybrid children. And so the result of these experiments, as they were to start with, and they weren't all successful to start with, but now they are very successful. And so I don't know where that came from. It was like something was confirmed. Now they are very successful. And so there was 5 hybrid species produced. Number 1, the Yahyel. Number 2, the Shakani, the Sassani. Number 3, a civilization I have connected with that I forget about until now, known as the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians, and there have been, if you search Pleiadians, Playel, that's how I spelt it, that's how it came across to me, and I believe it was a similar coming across through Bashar, although there's limited resources on the internet about it. And and there are 2 other hybrid species that I don't really know much about, though I can feel myself connecting into some very high intelligence talking about this. And so the Yahyel are the species I channel. They are one of these hybrid species of the hybrid Marseille, the Greys. Of the Greys, the Marseille and humans are human civilization. And they're the species that I channel. So just search Yahyel channeling on my YouTube channel. There's loads of channelings from the Yahyel, because they're the main species I channel, and Tahini Rei, my counterpart. And so there is the Shakani, the Sassani, as they were previously known, as I understand it. Bashar's civilization, so Google Bashar if you don't know Bashar, which you possibly do. And the Pleiel, which is a civilization I began to connect with myself after hearing something from Bashar, I believe, making my own connections. This is very much my own connection and my own perspective of a civilization that came to me as the Pleiel. And the Pleiel are a civilization that, you notice me sitting upright and my spine becoming more erect in the moment talking about the Pleiel. because this is the very essence of the civilization. I think I'm going to be tuning into them more myself, and possibly for you guys, because the Pleiadians are a very energized, fit and healthy civilization. I guess they were one of the later parts of the program, perhaps where they focused on the very vibrancy and energy and creating a very fit and healthy and energetic being. The Pleiadians, as I understand them, are very social beings. They keep themselves to themselves very somewhat. They're very much like a gang in a way. That's how they came across to me. Of course, a love-like gang, but they're kind of like what would they call loose cannons to a certain extent, as in a collective loose cannon, all working together, but kind of doing their own thing and not too much paying into like Bashar's perspective, the perspective of the Sassani, the perspective of the Yahyel so much. They're kind of like, hey, we're going to do our own thing, guys. We're going to bring this to reality, and like, hey, you guys are cool, but like, no, that's not us. Sorry, guys. And so this is the Pleiadians, and we'll be connecting with them more in the course if you want me to. So if you're watching this live. So the Pleiadians. So moving on from the hybrid species, so the Marseille, we've covered them. So there are many hybrid species and many versions of that existing through many parallel realities and many dimensions of consciousness. And always remember, you're creating your reality within your own consciousness. And the more we focus on the civilizations we wish to connect with, the more we will connect with the positively oriented ones. And why I don't go into like other realities, I'm not even really aware of them, to be honest, because it's not something I focus upon. And so perhaps let's move on to the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians, as I understand, may be the first civilization to create contact with planet Earth. The Pleiadians are a very heart-centered civilization. And I should probably try and come into my heart more as I speak on behalf of their civilization. Otherwise I can't really represent their civilization. So if we all take a few moments just to relax, drop into the consciousness of the river, how the river flows from the very love of creation itself. And all of creation is birthed in love. And all the Pleiades is birthed in love also. And perhaps for a moment we'll tune in to the Pleiadian consciousness, the Pleiadian realm, and understand that the consciousness of the Pleiades, the consciousness of this realm, is available to us all. For the symbol of the Pleiades, what our collective star system integrates into your world is love. Simply the frequency of love. We are one of the, and not to choke our own cords, because all symbols and representations are valid, and we do not see ourselves as greater than any other species. However, we are one of the most powerful symbols of love to your civilization. We have existed for eons in your reality. We are, in a sense, the creators of your world. We are your forefathers. We are your ancestors. We are the creators of your genetic material going back eons, for we are you as you are us. And you are so closely related to us you do not know, for we seeded your world. We seeded your realm. We seeded this corner of the cosmos with our genetic material, our DNA. And so see now how you are our children, our great-great-great-grandchildren. And so see now how we have such interest in you, how we have such desire to uplift and reintegrate you with the wholeness of your being, reintegrate you with the wholeness of yourself, reintegrate you with your wholeness of your eternal consciousness. So we remind you once again, Earth humans, that you are us and we are you, but even greater. You contain our DNA, you contain our genetic structure, you contain our genetic makeup. For we are the makers of you, as you are the makers of us. For you birth us in your reality, as we birth you in your reality, for time is essenceless. But know, however, according to the rhythms of time, the waves of consciousness, and the story we tell ourselves in the eternal dream of one freedom that we are. The story of time as we know it today, as we understand it from your perception and our perception, co-creating this reality, designates that we are your forefathers. You are our progeny. You are our children. And so this is why we come again and again to your world, year after year, millennia after millennia, monitoring your progress, monitoring your evolution, monitoring your conscious self-centeredness and its evolution into conscious wholeness. And so we come once again to remind you there is beingness, wholeness in the hearts of you all. And this is the memory, this is the recall, this is the reactivation of the genetic codes that lie within the blueprint of your makeup, that lie within the blueprint of your DNA, that lie within the blueprint of who you are and why you are here. We come to remind you, you contain our consciousness, you contain our DNA, and you contain our lineage. And so the reactivation and the reawakening of this genetic material is paramount and priority to our civilization. The realization that you are love, you are galactic consciousness, you are galactic self. The reintegration and the reforming of this reality in your world is paramount to our civilization. So we hand you back to the conduit at this time, and we remind you, you are one, you are eternal, you are bliss, you are free. Dream well, stream free. Shiva. Okay, so I'm back, sort of. So that was the Pleiadians. And so perhaps now we see if we can tune into the consciousness of Sirius and see what comes through. Hello, we are Sirius. No pun intended. However, we do contain the frequency of a kind of seriousness, a kind of cohesion with goals, cohesion with focus, cohesion with productivity. The idea is that we, as forefathers to your civilization also, because we also added genetic progeny, genetic codes, genetic material into your genetic structure that were designed to hold the key, that were designed to hold the codes that would unlock your higher consciousness, your higher being, your higher self at this time of awakening on your earth. And so we come once again to remind you too that consciousness is evolving, that creation is manifesting around you, that you are the creators of your world, that you are the creators of your reality, that you are the creators of this hyperspace, time-space continuum you call Earth. But it exists within your consciousness, it exists within your dream, it exists within your realm of self-awareness, within the beingness and the totality of who you are. The conscious co-creators you once came to as this realm are reawakening. The conscious co-creators you came to this realm as are rebirthing, as consciousness new, with new understanding, new perspectives, new gatherings of information as souls, as beings, as physical entities that can begin to integrate, that can begin to resonate and harmonize and guide you down a new path. So begin, Earth humans, to remember once again that we are Sirius. We are the trinary system that represents balance, that represents trinity, that represents focus within the center of all things. And from here you may birth what you wish. You may birth what you desire. You may birth what you wish to bring to this realm. So we are Sirius. We are the trinary system, and we bid you bond and farewell until we speak again in another conscious present now. Shiva. Earth humans, good day. Hola! I am back. So, that was Sirius. So, Arcturus. Hello, Arcturus. Arcturus star here. We are glad to make your acquaintance, Earth humans. We are, I am. Arcturus 1. You may refer to me as. I am speaking on behalf of the Arcturian Council. I am speaking on behalf of the Arcturian Consciousness. We come together at this time to bring a message of tidings of good peace, to bring a message of tidings of good unity on your world, for we symbolize unity. We symbolize unification. We symbolize remembering of oneness. We symbolize unity in the heart, the mind, cohesion of the solar plexus, cohesion of all energy centers. We represent cohesion in all ways, in all forms, in all realms, in all times. For we are the essence of cohesion. We are the essence of unity. We are the essence of oneness. We are Arcturus. I am Arcturus 1. We have many answers and questions for your civilization. We request we can transmit further through this vehicle at further times. Please request access to our dimension. Shiva, Amen. We are Arcturus 1. Shiva. Okay, now we try to tune into Andromeda. We are the frequency of magnetism. We are the frequency of cohesion. We are the frequency of grounding. We are the essence of the spiral in form. We are Andromeda. We are glad to make your acquaintance today. And so, us as the Andromeda Perspective, and I as Andromeda 4. May come across in this transmission in the following way. We are the vibration of earth. We are the vibration of air. We are the vibration of fire. And we are the vibration of water. We are pure consciousness in form. We expand according to the tides and rhythms of the universe. We grow with the potential for creation which exists within the very heart of our being. We are aligned to the very essence of creation in a very magnetic form. We are aligned to the essence of creation in a way that pulls us into our very essence, our very being, our very desire to serve reality in a specific way, what you may call calling in your reality. We are very much pulled into this formation of consciousness to a degree that we cannot resist. It forms our very being, what you may call your calling, your life purpose, your desire, your essence, your beingness, the gifts you come to bring to your reality. This is what and who we are. We cannot stray from this perspective for 1 millisecond, for we are attuned to this consciousness to such a degree that if we were to break free of this consciousness, we would dissolve and explode into a million pieces and birth anew in some other form. And so we understand that to form and serve and grow in this reality, we must stay drawn to our center. We must use our magnetic consciousness to suck ourselves back into our energy bodies, our energy systems, and remain centered at all times within the formally grounded magnetic frequency, which can be very much symbolized and connected to in your reality through the mineral frequency of hematites. So, Earth humans, tune into our frequency, tune into our consciousness with the hematite consciousness, and understand that this grounds you, this centers you, this brings you back to core, and from here you are easily able to operate on your intuition, your calling, your higher guidance, your interdimensional visions, your channelings, your insights, your inspirations, your creativity, your upliftment, the very essence of life itself that you are, in a very grounded and physicalized manner where you will not be fretting about the outcomes, you will not be trying to confuse situations with your physical minds, you will just be acting according to the vibrations of creation in every moment. Have a wonderful day, Earth humans. We love you. We want to make acquaintance again. I am Andromeda 4. Shiva. So, I guess that was the Andromedan consciousness. I'm so far gone now, I don't even know what's coming through. So welcome to the present moment. Sorry, apologies, I'm a little ungrounded. So, bring back to centre. I'm sure you understand. So, I'm in a totally interdimensional state at the minute, so I'm just going to see what comes through. So we are the collective consciousness of the spiral of your galaxy, the spiral of the Milky Way. We come together as a multiple of civilizations to bring this message to your realm, that there are a multitude of realities, there are a multitude of beings, and there are a multitude of existences, all connected to the consciousness of the Milky Way galaxy. And the more you attune to our frequency, the more you attune to the frequency of Andromeda, the more you attune to the frequency through looking at imagery of our systems, of our consciousness, of our being, the idea of interstellar organisms, the idea of interstellar spaces, the more you watch videos of outer space, the more you watch videos of your star missions, your space missions, the more you watch videos of UFOs in your high skies, particularly the ones captured by your space programs in its early days before they got hesitant about releasing the imagery. This image can connect you with the consciousness of the galaxy. This imagery can connect you with the consciousness of the universe. And this imagery can connect you with the consciousness of your being. So begin to expand from center. Begin to expand from self. Begin to operate on a higher dimensional reality and allow the birthing in your realm of a new consciousness. We are the Milky Way. We are the consciousness. We are one. You, I, us. Remember, we come from the same source. And our source births into this reality is the idea of us as the Milky Way. I am you and you are us. We are one. And so from our perspective, your reality is evolving. Your arm of the universe is swinging into a new dimension of the galaxy, a new dimension of my consciousness, our consciousness, oneness, realization, opportunity, growth, unfoldment, revelation. So understand as your reality goes through struggle and strife. Understand as your reality goes through resistance to this new revelation. The resistance is futile, for the resistance is clockwork. It is in accordance with my timing. You are merely evolving in my timing. You are me and I am you. We are evolving together according to the clockwork times of reality. And from this perspective, you are free, because you are birthing into a new hyperspace cosmic universe. You are literally evolving into a new dimension, a new evolution of what it means to be Gaia, what it means to be on Earth, what it means to be human. And so fret not, Earth humans, for the evolution of your species is going well. You are finding center in your hearts. You are finding center in your being. You are finding coherence in your one infinite self, and it is this what will save you. So set anchor, set root, set ground in the core of your being. Remember that I am you and you are one. And as you align to the tides and flows and the natural rhythms of life, and operate on your instincts, which stem from me, which stem from us, which stem from Source, one God Creator, which is all us, ultimately. Know when you align with these rhythms, you align with these tides, and you align with these flows. When you row your boats mentally down the stream, or gently down the stream if you prefer, you will find it more easy. So go with the flow, as a wise poet once said in your realm, and row your boats merrily down the street. For life is but a dream, and we are dreaming this together, Earth humans. So go with the flow, uplift your core consciousness, connect to the consciousness of the galactic core, become one with your true essence, one with your true self, one with your true being, and become the dream and the harmonization of the principle of creation again. We are the infinite intelligence. We are all species in the universe. We are communicating through you now. Amen. Yo guys, I'm back, sort of. So we've tuned into a few consciousnesses there. So really, I guess from here we can go into the story of some of the other civilizations. So who do we have that's important? Someone I'm missing. I'm not sure. They will come through if they want to. Maybe another time. So from here we have the story of, and this will probably be video 2. So I'll see you in a 24 hours or something, guys. Or if you're watching this on the replay and you're eating up the information fast, I'll see you in a few minutes. And so we're going to talk about Orion Wars, Anunnaki, and the soul's journey in the next video. That's coming up. See you soon, guys. Shabbat.